To me, they used to feel like a product. Now they feel like artists. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TOBBQ again here with another music review. Apologies for missing last week. I was in Vegas seeing one of my favorite artists of all time, Bruno Mars. It was an incredible experience. I could definitely tell you all about that more if you want to hear more. But yeah, I've just been kind of living, traveling. So I haven't had the time to sit down and like really listen to an album. We got some exciting developments in the music world, especially the boy band world, hence my usage of my NSYNC hoodie. I think I mentioned one of my previous videos that I love NSYNC, so you know, it's got the drip. Today we have Another Life by Big Time Rush. I was never like a crazy Big Time Rush fan growing up. Like, I watched the show, loved the show, and I rewatched it when they put it back on Netflix. But yeah, I never knew their songs by heart. When they did their comeback, it was like maybe 2021, so it's been a little bit, but they did their comeback with Call It Like I See It, and that single. Dude, that was like one of my top played songs that year. That song was absolutely fire. So if they are keeping that energy for this album, then we got some good stuff to look forward to. It seems like a short album. It's only 30 minutes long, which is cool. You know, I'm expecting high impact, kind of like the Jonas Brothers album that we took a look at. Also, make sure to comment down below too who your favorite member of Big Time Rush is. Mine's James. James is GOAT, in my opinion. Because, you know, with Kendall, he's obviously the leader. Everyone's going to like him. He's mainstream. You know, Carlos, like, he's so lovable. And then Logan, he's like the most low key, which is why I feel like people would pick him because like he was not mainstream. But like because James was the pretty boy, I feel like he actually got overlooked because like no one wanted to pick the pretty boy. I think he was one of the better characters in the show. And I think his voice is silky. So, but I digress. They're all very talented. I'm hoping that, you know, everyone gets an equal amount of airtime. But yeah, I guess we won't find out until we listen. Let's see what we can get into with this album. First track, Can't Get Enough. I'm hoping we can't get enough of it, guys.
I can't get enough of this feeling. I can't get enough. Give me more. Got me
Sounds like Logan.
On the ceiling. Wanna fall in love on the floor. The way you look at me, like we got history.
That's my boy James. That's my boy James.
I feel the gravity pulling you close to me. I won't let you slip away. I see the future in
That's definitely Kendall. Already equal airtime.
I can't get enough of this feeling. I can't get enough.
I feel the building.
Give me more. Got me seeing stars on the ceiling.
Give me some good shit. Give me some good shit. Come on.
On the floor. I can't get enough. I can't get enough.
Bro, that bass is going crazy.
I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Oh, you got me confessing. You had me at first impression. I'm all about you.
Ooh.
All about you. I see the future in your eyes.
Those little
I know you see the same
blips are fired.
I can't get enough of this feeling. I can't get enough.
Give me some house vibes too with this like little clap.
Got me seeing stars on the ceiling. Wanna fall in love on the floor. I can't get enough.
Was that a toaster?
I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough.
Yeah, this is definitely the hit. This makes a lot of sense.
I can't get enough. I swear it's like the stars align.
Leave it to James for the dramatic breakdown.
I can't deny you take me higher. All I want is you.
Ooh.
I can't get enough.
Bro, that toaster keeps hitting.
Can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough.
Fire, fire, fire. I couldn't get enough of that song. You know, it's interesting. It wasn't like a house. It wasn't a house song. It had house elements, but it was still like in a calm realm. Very cool. I feel like I remember seeing somewhere that like when they came back together, Logan was kind of spearheading most of the efforts. I mean, he started on the track. I feel like Kendall started every song back then. Now it's Logan who's taking control of that. He was actually the only one that continued like his music career seriously post like breakup or whatever. So yeah, it's cool to see him like kind of lead that in a sense, because it's a different vibe. I enjoyed that. 2 million hits already, you know, that makes sense. Very summary as well. Off to a great start. Track 2, Waves.
Stunned at the sight of you, can I confide in you? I'm tempted to fall in love.
It's like an 8-bit kind of.
Baby, light it up. I know what you've been thinking. This is more than I'm feeling. I see that look in your eyes. Let's make Can you feel the vibrations?
Get it, Carlos.
On vacation. Cut the distractions, words into actions. You're my new passion. Yeah, we don't have to complicate the night or hesitate. Can't fight what's right in front of us. Yeah, let's sing it. I know what you've been thinking.
Okay.
This is more than I'm feeling. I see that look in your eyes.
They really relying on James for the dramatic moments. Ooh, I like that. I like the first one better, but I was still kind of catchy. What I would really appreciate about this song is that there were like little things happening in the background. There were like plucks that were going on. The beat, I don't think it was an 808. It might have been because it sounded a little too high to be an 808, but they were just messing around with like different beat variations, which I thought was cool. Maybe it's meant to simulate waves. I don't know, but I like that. That was fun. Track 3, I Just Want to Party All the Time.
I just want to. Fast times, late nights, yeah, here we go again. Full speed, no sleep, never wanted to end. It's a show for show.
It's crazy how they all sound the same.
We don't know where we're going,
like they sound the same as they used to, not the same as each other. Yeah, they're playing around with the vocals, so I'm enjoying this. Like whatever reverb, layering, very cool. Saxophone? Cool. I can see that being played in like a clothing store. It's unoffensive. It's not super in your face. It's just like very chill, good, positive vibes. I will say at this point, I'm getting a little concerned that this is going to feel like a watered down version of the Jonas Brothers new album, but it's also possible because like the Jonas Brothers album came out before this. So I feel like naturally people are going to compare these because already I'm sensing some similarities, but that doesn't mean that the Jonas Brothers automatically have a better album because they did it first. We see this all the time with music and movies. There's sometimes similar stuff that comes out at the same time. It makes me sad that the numbers significantly dropped off, but That's okay. All right. Track number 4, Weekends.
I know it's a weeknight, but it's been a minute since you hit me with a reply. Something don't seem right.
Yeah, that's. I need James at the beginning, you know.
It's funny how every word I ate made my stomach ache. Was it all for nothing? Must be my mistake. Can you just let me know why you're so hot and cold? I wanna know the reason. You only call me on the weekends.
Okay.
Love me or let me go. You say I will, but you don't.
Your wife's doing that to you, Carlos? Only calling you on the weekends?
Only call me on the weekend. Yeah, I can see you posting on your page. Then you go and ghost wild
Like the little guitar.
again. Love me or let me go. You say I will, but you don't. I wanna know the reason. You only call me on the weekend. Where you at tonight? Where you at tonight?
Yeah, it's giving very like simple summer album. Like beach party, maybe.
Can you just let me know why you so hot and cold? I wanna know the reason. You only call me on the weekend.
I thought that was pleasant. You know, like if this is playing on at a party, like I'll enjoy it. It's not evoking much conversation from my end. Like as you can see, like I'm not really like thinking too hard about this music, which again is fine. Like I'm all for the vibe. But yeah, this is currently all making sense for like a comeback album because this is their first official album since they got back together. I think it's pretty strong. It's feeling a little safe, but safe isn't necessarily bad if you enjoy it. All right, track 5, Work For It.
I ain't tryna talk for you, but I know just what you need. If you let me, I'll show you that you're the one for me. Pull you in the middle, a little by little, and I'll hold you close to me.
Great harmonizing.
But I can't let you go. Baby, you're one of a kind. I'ma give you all my time, even if it
James.
takes all night, all night. Baby, I'ma work for it. I'ma work for
Oh,
it. Getting down and dirty 'cause I work for it. I'ma work for it. Ooh, you're the one I really wanna hear you say it. Say yeah, 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 yeah. You're the one I really wanna hear you say it. Baby, I'ma work for it. The way that you're moving has got my head spinning. I'm in it.
they like just switched up the pace.
Body to body, you know I'm about it. You got it, the baddest that I ever knew. You shine like you're in the spotlight, and you got me tongue-tied when I look in your eyes. One look and it's all that it took. I'm addicted, I'm hooked. Got me
All right, let's pause it real quick. So with this song, I can't. Like I'm gonna sneeze. I hate when that happens. With this song, I can't tell if the beat was intentionally like more low key so that their vocals could shine. But their vocals are kind of at the forefront with this one. If the beat was any bit more, I feel like it would take away from like their harmonies. It feels like this song is like really letting them go for that. It started with a pretty different vibe than all the other songs, but then when the chorus kicked in, it almost like went double time. It was like, and it just felt like it went back to that dance music. But again, it doesn't feel like Full House. It just feels like pieces and elements of it, but it's cool. Like I thought they were gonna maintain this the whole song. Ooh, bro, I had like one guy in my right ear and the other guy on my left. All right, like I said earlier, really like the vocal layering, the harmonizing, super cool. I feel like it really adds depth to their group. Again, I'm not a super BTR fan, so I don't know all their songs by heart, but I just can't remember a time where they were like harmonizing this much. So I am very much enjoying that. Track 6, Forget You Now. Wait, this is kind of making me think of here comes the here comes the here comes the boom. It kind of sounds like that. All right, anyway.
Under your control, you know. Please don't let me go. You know, you play me like a melody in my head. I can't forget it. You haunt me like a long lost memory in my head. I can't forget you now. Can't forget.
Yeah, this feels very boy bandish.
Can't forget you now, baby. I'm stuck on what you said lately. You turn my life into a mess. Take me and do your worst. 'Cause I'm breaking up and I'm down on my knees.
Ooh, Kendall.
Under your control, you know. Please don't let me go. Can't forget you now. Can't forget you now. Can't forget. I can't
We know who Kendall's talking about.
forget.
Joe.
Forget you now. Can't forget. I can't forget you now. I can't forget you. Can't forget you now. I can't forget you. I can't forget you.
I like this part a lot. Ooh, yeah, give me the trap beat. Who is holding that one? I really like that song. Now, I don't know like what scenario someone would listen to that song. I mean, maybe if, you know, you got someone that you're trying to forget about, but you can't forget about them. But I think that song is just a great example of how like they're really just letting all four of them shine and feel present in the album. I never really felt like the airtime was totally equal, you know, in their early albums, but it really feels like they're all contributing, which I'm enjoying because they're a band and they should. Another thing I want to add, at the end, they started to do a little bit of like trap snare. I want them to explore that. I feel like I'm getting teased by this album. They're giving me bits and pieces of different styles, but they're not fully committing. I think for some people, that'll be a great thing because they're not going to be all over the place. And I think for other people, they might say, again, it was safe. Like they didn't fully commit. I would like to see full commitment. I'm still enjoying it, but I think if they went full send into those like flavors that they're throwing in there, could be like a different experience. But again, I'm enjoying it. Track 7, brand new.
One too many late nights, last call. Haven't been myself in so long. Yeah, I thought that I knew it all. Then you came into my life and brought me back to life. Make me feel brand new. Look how you changed the view.
I like this too. It's very casual, very low key, very chill.
Then you came into my life and brought me back to life. Everybody's always sharing all the stories, got 'em really lonely. Oh yeah, when it all don't go as planned, gotta fake it, play pretend. Everyone before you lost me, but you're the only one that saw me. If you ain't here with me, I don't want this with no one. Oh, the party was over. I'm everything that's over. And I was barely feeling that I felt your touch.
Just the voices are just traveling through my headphones. There's again. I feel like this is low-key a sad song. Little violin, okay. See, I would have loved to hear that for the majority of the song. That outro was awesome. Let's jump into the lyrics a little bit. You know, that wasn't like a super happy song. It kind of like had some like sad vibes, sad boy hours. I've been burned in the fire, been left in the cold, run me down to the wire. Maybe I'm getting too old. All these things in my head circling again and again. Everything I could have said. Where do I even begin? And everybody's sharing their stories. I'm really lonely. I fake it, play pretend. Everyone before you lost me, but you're the one that saw me. Wow. If you ain't here with me, I don't want this with no one. Dang. All right, number 8. Ask You Tonight. I'm liking the acoustic.
I'm gonna tell you tonight everything you wanna hear, and for the rest of my life, plus like a million more years. You're the only one I wanna love, the only one this I promise you. If that sounds alright, I might just ask you tonight. The way time stops when I'm with you. You fix me up like I'm brand new. Now I'm no longer waiting on forever long. I might just ask you
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Kendall in this song?
searching for the better half of me. I'm not playing around anymore. This is a real thing. I know it's a real thing. I'm gonna tell you tonight everything you wanna hear, and for the rest of my life, plus like a million more years. You're the only one I wanna love, the only one this I promise you. If that sounds alright, I might just ask you tonight.
Back again with the strings.
Oh, this I promise you. I might just ask you tonight. I need love like I might just ask you tonight.
Okay. That was one of the strongest songs in the album. You might disagree with me, and that's fine, but that just felt very unique. That felt very different than the rest of the album. Maybe these other two songs are going to sound similar. I don't know. But I feel like a few of those songs in the middle were kind of blending together. This one actually sounded very unique. I feel like with all boy bands, like, you gotta have some slow songs with the fast songs. It's inevitable when like the slow song comes. I think this is one of those songs where their vocals were allowed to shine. They hit the high notes in this song. I was kind of waiting for them to hit more high notes because I know they can, and lo and behold, it was in this song. Yeah, that was good. I like that song. All right, 9, Superstitious.
I'm defenseless at
Ooh.
your fingertips. You're writing a script for two, and this reckless, but I can't resist. No,
There's so much stuff happening in this instrumental.
I ain't superstitious, but you
Like that little tube sound.
tickle me. I ain't
Dude, that little guitar back there too, bro. Like, there's shit deep in this song that, like, whatever the little, I like that. Very cool, man. There's so many textures, so many pieces that are occurring in this track. If y'all don't listen to music on headphones or like in a good stereo system in a car, I recommend you do so. I'm going to run back through this, but I feel like there's so many things that I've missed. I feel like I'm picking up on a lot, but there's still probably things that I'm missing. And I think that's super fascinating. Yeah, man, this is cool. This is enjoyable. All right, man. Last track, Another Life. You know, my theories, titular tracks, low key end up being sleepers, but we'll see how it lives up to that theory. I'm gonna need the lyrics, I can already tell. Back with those strings. Oh. I really like that ending to the album. And again, going back to my point of this really feeling like a collaborative album, that song is a perfect illustration of that, because they literally switch every line, especially at the end when they all say "to feel alive." I feel like that just kind of struck me in a different way than like most of these other songs. And again, an album doesn't need to like end on a high note, doesn't need to end on a low note. It can end however like the artist wants it to, but I feel like this was a great ending. I think my theory still stands. I think this is actually one of the best songs on the album. Perfect runtime. I felt like some of the songs might have been like a little bit long, but this one really felt just like holistically a really complete song. I also felt like I was struck by the lyrics more than all the other songs. And that's not to say that what they talked about in the other songs were not relevant or not that deep or whatever, but I felt like this one really felt the most personal. Right up there with like maybe, I think it was either Brand New or Forget You Now. I can't remember. I thought that song was awesome. It was emo, like it was sad, but like I think the message is solid. You only got one life. Can't wait for another one to come around, you know, unless you're Puss in Boots. But spoiler alert, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, like he realizes at the end of the movie that he just needs one life, you know? He wasn't living fully, living truly. Yeah, I like the message. Overall, man, I really enjoyed the album. Again, I think there will be comparisons with the Jonas Brothers just because like they released very close to each other. They're both boy bands that are dropping like comeback type albums. It's at the beginning of summer, so there's similar vibes. But yeah, I think as the album went on, it felt more not Jonas Brothers to me, which is good. And that's not to say that Jonas Brothers are like my meter for everything, but it's obviously recency bias because I just listened to that. So yeah, Carlos, Kendall, Logan, and my boy James. Good on you guys. I hope that future projects, you guys really full send it. I felt like I was being teased a little bit with different styles, different elements. But yeah, overall, this was cool. I think it will be on my summer playlist as well. I don't think that it'll be my party playlist, but I do think that this will be my like driving with the windows down playlist. There are some good tunes on here where I can just like feel alive, enjoy the sun, you know, spend time with friends. That's another thing too. I really felt their friendship, their camaraderie in this album. I didn't feel that in the earlier albums. And again, they were a boy band. They were a product. Now it doesn't feel like they're a product. It feels like they're artists that are doing what they want, which I really like. This album felt more them. And especially like where they are at in life, being older, having families, things like that. Very cool. All right. Well, this was a great experience. This was fun. I like, you know, kind of jumping back into the nostalgia of listening to a group that was front and center in my childhood. As always, let me know if there's anything that you want me to listen to. Again, I apologize for missing a week for travel, but I hope y'all understand. You know, I had to go see my boy Bruno, but from now on, you know, I'm going to be stocking up so we can keep a consistent basis. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me, and I hope this one was worth the wait. But as always, guys, this has been TOBBQ. Don't wait for another life to stay real and stay you.